All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Venting with Us with
Donna and Crystal. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey Donna.
Hey Crystal,
How was your week? James.
My week was good. It was uneventful, so that's good. My pool is still not ready, so that's always fun.
Might
Yeah,
as well just go to the beach at this point. It's just
I know, but I'm not a big beach person. I hate the sand.
I know. I like to mix it up though. I like the beach and I like the pool. So
Yeah, I love my pool just floating around in there, but I guess I really screwed myself last year waiting so late to close it because, I wanted to get the cover and I had to order the cover. And
right.
so now
Well, you
there's
didn't know. That's
just a
okay.
lot of stuff in there. So,
You know what? Learning and growing is what they say, right?
yep, this is true. This is true. So, yeah, so hopefully this week it'll be ready to go. Hopefully by the time Cliff has his college graduation, we'll be good.
One day of the pool.
Yeah. So that is that. Super excited. I'm gonna go meet my great nephew tomorrow. So that's exciting. Yep, I'm excited to see them. So since mom is feeling better and up and about, so we're gonna go meet the great nephew and the great grandchild. Yep. So super exciting. It's number 4. Can't believe it. I'm too young to be a great aunt.
You
4
look
times.
fabulous. I
Well,
that joy everywhere. Are you crazy?
actually 6 times. Sorry, I forgot my other side, but
Oh,
6 times. But yeah, mm-mm.
wow.
I'm too young.
Yeah, you are. That 32 and fresh.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Oh man.
So, but rainy day today.
Yes, it's killing my hair. I hate humidity. Yeah, it's coming down now.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully it clears up because I have Nikki and Alexis, their graduation. She graduated from college and he graduated from high school. Yep. So we have their party later this afternoon. So hopefully it clears up for that.
Is it going to be outside or indoors?
It is outside. She did get a tent. I believe
Oh,
she got
okay.
that last minute because
Okay.
of the weather.
That was smart.
Hmm.
Good girl.
Yep, that's it. So how about you? What you going on this weekend?
Well, my week was very uneventful, but we're at 4,000 on TikTok.
Yes, super exciting.
Almost close to that 5,000.
Almost. Come on now.
Yes, come on. Now we just got to get those views up, guys. Guys killing my views. We're only at 18,000. We got to get to 100,000. So,
all right.
yeah, but we'll do it. We'll do it. We didn't think we were gonna get to the 5, so look at us.
Yes,
You know.
absolutely.
But yeah, no, just let's just dive in. Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Did you watch this?
I have to say, I really didn't watch it,
Okay.
but I know about it. And,
Uh-huh.
I really think they definitely tried to do him dirty, and I feel bad for him. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not his fault that happened.
No. And what I have to say is, because I watched it, play out, and I knew it was going to be short, and I knew that he was not going to be found guilty. So I'm kind of glad that you guys can't call us while we're on the air. I'm sorry. We'll have to take a message. It's okay. So yeah, the whole Alec Baldwin thing, the prosecutors they messed up because they were trying to hide the evidence,
Right.
and you could see it as soon as the prosecutor said, "Oh, we have the evidence. We just found out about this last night." No, you didn't. You know what you did.
Right.
That's just and it makes it scary because you don't if this is happening to him, as a lister actor, what is
Right.
happening to people like us, that are not in the limelight and not in, that don't really have that power. This happens all the time, which is why I also still think that Stephen Avery case, the one that we did, the documentary, I really do believe that is a big setup. I don't believe that he's guilty on that. And the verdict, they also came back not too long ago where they still didn't want to open up the case.
Right. Okay.
So that's still, and it tells you like something's not right. Even with the Chrisleys, you remember that show?
Hmm.
They just uh they just found out that the mom really wasn't involved in the whole money scheme. So
Really?
yeah, so now they're gonna relook at her case again to get her out of jail. So she's been serving jail this whole entire time. I told you guys, you guys can't call us while we're on the air. So yeah, they're now she has to now they're going to look at her case again, and she's going to be released from jail. But she's been serving time like for no reason, which is
Well, then
crazy.
why wouldn't she speak up? Like,
Her
hello, I want.
daughter's been speaking up on social media, and that's
Oh,
how they
okay.
got the case opened, and a lot of people were looking into it.
Right.
So
Okay.
really sad. But I
Wow.
did have back to Alec Baldwin. I really do like they really just I feel like they try to just come for Alec. I do have my own experience with not that someone died on set, but I remember when I was uh, with Lisa, and she sent us out on a film, to get our feet wet.
Hmm.
There was an actor who was using a gun on set. He actually fired the gun. He
Hmm.
ended up getting arrested.
Okay.
People were very upset about this, and what we were explained is that this happens all the time. You have to make sure that the licensing is good.
Hmm.
As the actors, we're never going to look at the equipment. We are just going to always ask whether or not if you know they're all blank, this is safe to use.
Hmm.
You should never really be playing with any guns, knives, whatever you want on set because you never know. Look at the case with the crow.
Right.
You know,
Hmm.
poor thing, he actually died too. But I'll never forget that. But I learned a lot about the way the sets work and who is actually responsible for it, and you actually have somebody that's in charge for that specific job.
Right. So did that person get charged?
They did get charged. They actually ended up getting fined.
So they not jail time or anything.
No jail time because they worked it out with the directors. I don't know what ended up happening and what the fines were, but
Hmm.
I was told that, yeah, he ended up getting arrested. A lot of we actually spoke about this the next day when we went back to class, and
Hmm.
she was like, look, that has nothing to do with me. I'm just, sending you guys out on
Right.
there. But a lot of people were like, well, that's not fair that the actor, and like I always say to people, you're your own person. So it's like, that the stove is hot, you don't put your hand on it.
Right.
If you don't know what to do on set, you sit back and you observe before you even try to, entertain anything. So, and I was always good at observing. I was always the first one in and the last one out, to educate myself. So for people that are going into acting, I would say definitely try and soak up everything that you can on set and learn, and don't try and just go on casting calls because you don't know even the terminology. There's different, verbal stuff that you need to learn on set. So definitely take classes, go to school for it, and I did it the hard way. So, and it
Right.
was years and years and years of learning before I can get comfortable going on set. So,
Right. Okay. And
yeah.
with Alec Baldwin too, I mean, he has to live with what happened, which is a horrible thing all in itself.
Well,
So to just relive this all
yep.
over again and maybe get charged is crazy.
Well, he said he was done. He didn't want to do acting anymore. He wants out of the
Oh, he
field.
does. Okay.
Yes, he's out of
Wow.
the field. So, but now he's coming out with a reality show. So it's like
Oh, he is. Oh, that
him
should
and
be
his family.
interesting.
Oh man, Alec, I don't know if you want to do that either.
Yeah,
So
doesn't he have like a dysfunctional
yes.
family? Like,
Well, you saw him leave court. I was like, no.
I heard his sister was crying.
His sister was crying.
Yeah.
His wife, though, it looked like his wife scolded him at one point because he was like talking, and she was like,
Really? Like wrap it up?
yeah, no, like turn around, you fool.
Oh,
You're in
okay.
court.
Okay, wow.
That's why I was like, this is just entertaining because he just doesn't really care, and I
Hmm.
understand, like, I don't know if he's taking this seriously, especially when he got up and he was like, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. And then he walked out, and I'm like, no, man, you can't leave court. Like,
Right.
you're
Well,
not.
I guess he's over it because, I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. Yes, unfortunately, something horrible happened, but I mean, it shouldn't be his.
No, I
He's
understand
not
what
in
you're.
charge of the prompts and stuff.
No, and that's why I always said, I'm like, this is going to be an easy case because really, at the end of the day, he was just an actor doing his job. But unfortunately, again, because he was still holding the prop and it was all of that, the actors are still blamed for that. So,
Right, okay.
yeah, unfortunately,
I gotcha.
the way it works, guys. Sorry.
Crazy.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you're in the limelight, spotlight,
yeah.
all that. So,
But thank God it was it's over and he got away with not got away with it. Oh my God.
oh boy,
Man.
we're gonna have our own blooper now.
Yeah, exactly. Wonk wonk. That was such a wonker moment. At least he was, found not guilty. They,
Yes.
So thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Speaking of people in the limelight, though,
Mhm.
Gypsy Rose. Let's talk about this
Oh
real
my
quick.
God, I am so over Gypsy Rose. Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand why she's so famous and popular.
She killed them all.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, exactly. She killed somebody. That's crazy.
I know. I don't understand this either. And I'm so over Kim Kardashian getting involved in these things because she was on her last episode. And I was just like, girl, stop. Like,
Well, did you hear Kim Kardashian might be like the new Vanna White too? Which is like, what the heck is this about?
What?
Yes. I was like, no. Mm-mm.
She better not be, please.
I don't know. I
On Wheel
just
of
heard
Fortune.
that.
Wheel of Fortune, right?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the acting thing was definitely everybody came for her, so I guess she got nowhere else to go. Well, supposedly even like the Hulu thing, and I got to go back to the Gypsy Rose thing because I got to get your opinion on that. So it reminds me.
Yes,
But
I'm
but
over Gypsy Rose.
I know.
She's a murderer, people. Paparazzi, stop following her around.
Yeah, please stop
Yeah.
giving her. Well, now her ex-husband, well, soon to be ex-husband, is still married.
Yeah, and she's pregnant with another man's child or something.
Well, no, wait. I got a big one for you.
Oh,
I got a
God.
big one for you. So last night, and I see now this mouth always gets me into trouble. I did it again.
Oh boy.
So I was on a rant last night, and because every time I was going on the feed and looking at the views and trying to get our numbers up, his TikTok live kept on popping up. And he was like, he sent her a message while she was on live saying that I miss you and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so here I go. Now I'm going into the messages.
Oh my God.
I'm like, can you leave that girl alone, please? You're like panini pressed out. Like, I'll tell you what that means later. I can't say that online.
Okay.
But and then I realized that I'm an asshole because I didn't realize that he has every right to be upset because the timeline of when she announced that she was pregnant would have been when she was with him and the new guy. So now they need a paternity test to figure out who the baby daddy is. Girl, you're a hot mess.com.
Yeah. So every time I'm on Instagram and she pops up, I'm like, what the? My God, like that's not news. Like, stop.
Yeah, we're giving too much into it. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they should be reporting more on like good things in the world and stuff, and not all this drama and just. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. I mean, on sad news, John Bon Jovi's mom passed this week. Yeah. 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 So sad. 83. So.
Oh, she lived a long life though.
Yeah, definitely.
That has to be hard though.
Yeah, definitely hard. But yeah, so I saw that this week too. But yeah, every time I see things on Instagram and stuff, I'm just like, oh my God, just stop with this dumb Gypsy Rose. It's like she killed somebody. I don't understand why she's so famous.
Well, I can understand it. I watched her new documentary and then I went in like 3 episodes in and I was just done with it because I saw the little film that they did with her. And I get it. Like it's so messed up what her mom did to her. It's,
No, of course, I'm not
it's
going to take that
terrible.
away, but
Like now she's just making poor decisions,
mhm,
like with these men and everything. And I,
right.
maybe that has to be, that has to do with, the situation that she was in and not knowing too much. Who knows? But I don't know. I think
No,
we're
I
feeding too
get
much
that.
into this,
Right.
though.
I just don't think we should be paying so much attention to her and her life. It goes back to the whole, thing with entertainers, how
Yep.
we so focus on like the Ben and J Lo and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you just need to leave people alone and let them do what they need to do. And
Yep.
you're feeding into them. You're making her more famous.
Yes. Exactly.
So
So,
yeah,
mm,
yeah. I don't know.
um, yeah, I think, like, listen, she's getting paid. And the fact that it's just too much entertainment. I can't. All right, next subject. I can't because I feel like we're doing the same thing. We're feeding into the machine of the Jesse
Right.
Rose thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
it's
you're the one that brought it up.
no, no, no. I was trying to compare it to all of this social media stuff. No, I know. It's just, but you're right. It's just mind-boggling, with even like I said, even with the Bravo, and I love me a good,
Right.
but it's getting so disturbing lately.
Yeah, I
So
kind of feel like the world is just focused on all this. I don't want to say garbage, but it's garbage. And then you have a president who, we're witnessing before our eyes. I mean, no, I'm not a medical doctor, but obviously something's going on.
yeah,
And, and he's running our country.
and he thinks
And
it's
it's very
2020.
right. And it's very sad. And like, where's the media with this?
We never talk about politics,
No, we definitely don't.
politics
Politics.
on the show. We do it for a reason because and you can agree with me. Sometimes some people cannot handle having, different views and they
Hmm.
get very angry about it. But in order to have an actual conversation about politics, you have to listen to each other. You have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not, saying demoralizing your thoughts on it, but it's my opinion. And, you have to respect the opinion of the other person.
Right, of course.
And it's very
Hmm.
sad that I even saw on TMZ there was an actor and I forgot his name. I think it's Theo Hewley. I got to get you the feed. He was having a whole rant about George Clooney saying that he's no. You saw this, right?
Right, because George Clooney told Biden to step down.
Yeah, he told him to step down. That was his opinion, and he literally was like, "How dare George Clooney do that? How dare?" But it's George Clooney's opinion, and it's true. If you're president and you're telling me, yes, I'm gonna win, I was very excited for him. I was like, yes, Biden, you go ahead, you go, you do it, you go do it. He's like, 2020. I said, oh shoot, man, now you lost me. Like you can't, like,
Yeah, I give George Clooney a lot of credit, but he is getting a lot of heat. I mean, even Donald Trump was ranting about him.
yes.
You
But
know,
and again, I think you guys want it's okay to be in your politics. That's fine. But you have to allow the other person to have their own opinion. And that's the whole point of the voting process. And this is why a lot of people don't want to say who they voted for because it's like then it opens up this what is the word? It opens up this
like a can of worms.
okay,
It's
there we
like
go.
people are judged. I mean, I remember being at a party.
I'm Biden.
Oh my God. I remember being at a party and there was a lot of Democratic people there and conservative Republican.
Hmm.
And Trump was president at the time, and I did vote for Trump.
Hmm.
And I remember like not saying anything because they were just bashing him and saying the people that voted him in were low life white trash and this and that and all this. It's like, no, they're
It's
not.
unnecessary.
Yeah, it is unnecessary. I mean, we needed a change.
Yes.
Trump, I felt, was a great president. Like I said, I always say about Trump, he needs to act presidential. Like he has a big mouth. He shouldn't be on Twitter. He shouldn't be posting things.
No.
He shouldn't be, he needs to act presidential, which he doesn't. So that's
Right.
my problem with him. But he did get things done when they let him. my fear is if Trump did win, I mean, it's going to be the same thing again. They're going to try and put a scandal on him. They're going to be like, he's not going to get anything done. That's why I'm just a little leery about, Trump winning. I mean, but Biden can't win
No.
just from his state. That's it. I mean, I definitely think they need to replace him and put somebody else in his spot.
And for anybody, again, this is our opinion. So before anybody wants to come for us in the comments, please respect that we respect your opinions, but this is our opinions. Also, think about it. You have a president that is trying to introduce another president and cause the president, well, it wasn't even a president, it was the vice president, right? Zelensky, I can't even say it.
Right.
And he called him, yes, Putin. You're in the same room with this man. Like, that just tells you something's not right. So I don't know whether or not if this is true. I didn't have time to kind of Google, but it's like all over social media that it was what, 90 million votes that they stopped.
Right. Yeah. I know a lot of donors.
Oh, that's what
are pulled out.
Yes, it was like 90 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot, and that says a lot. Oh, the sun is out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely I mean, it's sad to watch. I mean, I've been saying this since day one because, again, I'm not a Biden fan. But when he ran last time, I felt, he was not all there and somebody was pulling the strings for him. So, I mean, we just need to do what's best for our country, whether it be, another Democratic person, a Republican person. I say it all the time, I really wish there was somebody better in the Republican Party than Trump. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, that's who we have, so, but again, I think if he wins, I'm not sure what he's going to get done because people block him all the time. So, I mean, I feel our country definitely is in a sad state of affairs right now, and it's very scary.
It's very, very scary. I'm sorry. And despite what happened, I still think that Clinton was a good president when he served. And he did a lot of good things. That's, again, my opinion. Yes, Monica Lewinsky was not the greatest thing and all the other stuff, but, and especially Hillary, like, we can get rid of Hillary, but I thought he was a great president. I really did think that he did a lot of good things. But again, we can always compare it to like Trump. Again, I think Trump did good things and he also did bad things. I'm not voting this year though. I'm not. And I stand firm on that. So
yeah, but then you could be part of the problem.
We're all part of the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way.
I mean, I definitely wasn't no offense to you, I definitely was not a Clinton fan.
No, that's okay. No.
I never will be. But
But again, that's okay though. You have your views and I respect them, and again, but that's what it should be. You can have a conversation with people and just understand, this is my opinion and this is your opinion and we respect each other. It doesn't have to be this white trash and blah, blah, blah. And they did this and, it doesn't always have to be like that. It's like, okay, well, I can understand why you see it that way.
Right.
And have an adult conversation. Again, I think it was D.L. Hughley that went on TMZ and he was ranting about George Clooney and him. Again, why do we have to do? And then he got upset when both of the guys from TMZ were explaining, like, but look, he's talking about 2020. He's talking about Putin. And they're trying to explain to him. And he was like, what does that have to do with anything? He's like, you know what? We can't have this conversation anymore. You guys can actually, if you pull up TMZ, you guys can actually see the feed on it. It's disgusting. It's like you can't have a serious conversation at all with anybody.
Oh, well, I feel like no offense to everybody, but I feel like they're all in denial.
Yes.
Actually.
I know
they need to wake up.
Yes. You can only cover but for someone but for so long. Like and the thing is that if he wasn't on TV making these mistakes, then we would never know about it.
Right. Exactly.
But the fact that we're looking at this through the campaign and even with the questionnaires, it's like you're like, oh, he did not just say that.
Right.
You're cringing through the TV. How do you explain that part of it?
Right.
You can't sit up here and say, oh, he had a moment. Oh, it's 8 o'clock at night. Oh, he's, this. And it has nothing to do with age. At this point, somebody really needs to say something's mentally maybe not right.
No, of course. And even if it is age and 8 o'clock at night, you're president of the United States. God forbid an emergency happens at 2 a.m. You need to be, I mean, hey, I watch Madam Secretary. I know what it's all about.
I watch Suits. I'll be a lawyer.
Oh my goodness.
I love you so much. I love it. I love it. So
yeah. So I don't know. It's very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we definitely will see what happens with that. So
it was able turning into a different direction. Bike riders with Austin Butler. It actually wasn't bad.
Oh, no?
No, it wasn't bad at all. It was actually really good. I was really taken, but I love Tom Hardy. I'm a big Tom Hardy fan. So I don't know if you would watch it.
What is it about?
About bike riders and their journey and everything. So
is it like a documentary?
No, it's not a documentary. It's an actual movie.
Is it funny?
No, it's not funny. It's okay. We lost Donna now. I would say it was good. It was good.
No, okay. You watched it because of him.
Oh, that's my husband. So
that's the only reason you watched
it. My Austin Butler. What else happened? Rocco Despirito is apparently opening up his own restaurant.
Oh yeah, where?
In the Hamptons.
Oh, nice.
I know. Bethany Frankel was at a little soft opening, and she was trying out the food, and I was like, oh my God, you know how much I love him.
Where in the Hamptons?
I don't know. I was trying to Google to find out where the location and where it would be, or maybe
because there's a couple of west, east, south.
I know. I know. Bethany, I'm not going to touch the Bethany Frankel thing right now because she's a little bit of hot water. So, and I understand where she was coming from, but she's so bad.
With him?
She was talking about the Hamptons and how it's.
Oh boy.
Poor Bethany. And I get it because I do the same thing. Sometimes you just word it badly. So I'm going to repeat what she said. The Hamptons is not only for rich people. There are Latinos and Black people out here.
Oh,
but I understood what she was saying because she was saying that there's a diversity. When you think of Hamptons, you think of just rich people. You don't like.
It all depends on where in the Hamptons.
Exactly.
Like West Hampton.
Exactly. So I'm assuming that she was just trying to say Hamptons is, which again, I can understand where people go like, what, Latinos or Black people can't be rich? Like, what are you trying to say?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, oh man, like we're really like dipping deep. But I think what she was trying to say was there's a lot of diversity out here. It's not only like wealth out here, like there's middle class and there's like lower class. I think that's what she meant to say and wasn't really clear on this. So a lot of people are coming for her.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And within the scandal, she went to Rocco's soft opening out there. So are you the rich side, Rocco? No, I'm just
oh my God.
I do love him though. But once I find out, I definitely would love to go. Me and you go to the Hamptons to try out his restaurant.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I was disappointed with Gordon Ramsay's restaurant when I went to his city.
Oh, okay.
Which is no longer there, but because you think Gordon Ramsay, but
yeah, you would think
it would be good, and it was all right. It wasn't over the moon,
right? Okay.
So, but Rocco, yeah, I would definitely love to go to Rocco's.
Yeah, I wonder in the Hamptons where it is. I was in the Hamptons last week. Frankie had a show out there in Hampton Bays at a Good Ground Park. It was a beautiful park. Wow. Yeah, it was recently built in like 2018, but it was beautiful. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, it's so nice. Yeah, so part of the Hamptons is just so, so beautiful.
Yeah, there's like little hidden gems all over the place that we don't really take advantage of. you know.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
think we do enough exploring. That's what it is. But
Could be. Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
So,
No, it was beautiful. I was like, wow, I didn't even know it existed.
mhm.
So it was definitely yeah, it was definitely nice. It was like, wow, they had like the stage was like in the middle of like a big field, and then it was like it wasn't risers, but it looked like risers, like
Okay.
with stone and stuff, so people could put their chairs and like it looked like a coliseum type
Nice. Okay.
thing. So it's really definitely a beautiful park. So yeah, but you just don't know
No.
what's out there. Like you said, I mean, the island is a beautiful place, and we definitely need to explore more.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I didn't even know that even in Oyster Bay, like where, M lives, I don't want to say his name online. You know who I'm talking
Mhm.
about, the one I worked for.
Mhm.
Um, like that whole area, like, because he was right next to Jimmy Fallon's house. So that whole area is like, it's just beautiful. It's
Mhm.
all lake and everything. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know this. This is like a whole different world over
Yeah,
here.
Oyster Bay, definitely money.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Definitely
So
money, yes.
crazy.
Yeah,
um,
definitely money there. But yeah, just like Belterre and Port Jeff and
yeah.
yeah,
But even over
definitely
here, like
beautiful.
in Port Chuck, there's little hidden little things that you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go.
of course.
So,
Yeah, definitely nice things to explore and stuff.
yep, yep.
So, but that is yeah, so that is that's it. But
Oh,
yeah.
there was something else that happened this week. I can't remember. I hate that because then when we're doing the show, it's like
Mhm.
I'm trying to always remember. Um,
Right. Do you have anything exciting going on this week coming up?
here's the thing. Every time I try and plan something, it
Mhm.
goes a poop.
Oh, okay.
So I can't plan anymore. I'm just gonna just like let life lead me where I'm supposed to
Right, okay.
because it's just not working the planning situation at all. Oh, but you know what? I actually had to ask you something. So I was on live a couple of days ago with one of the girls. There was like three, four of us online, and I had to ask you this question. They were talking about their kids and everything, and they had asked me if I had any kids, and I said, no, I don't have any kids, and they were all just like, what is up with like,
What do you mean? Why'd they act like that for?
I don't know, but lately I've been getting that from a couple of people. Like, and they're like, remember I told you I had ran into an
Mm,
old, and she was like,
right.
oh, you're just living your best life. And I'm just like, yeah. But I don't understand. Like, what is the issue with, like, why do we feel as females that we have to pop out babies? And then if some of us don't, it's like, oh my God, is that,
No, that's horrible. I
that
would
is
never think that.
horrible.
I mean, part of me, sometimes, and don't take this the wrong way,
And
people,
no,
because
it's
I
okay.
love my children to death, but sometimes would get a little jealous.
That they're all in the
Have
house.
no kids, no responsibility, nobody to worry about. I mean, you're worrying about forever. I mean, I just experienced it the other day because Kayla upstate,
Mhm.
there was like a tornado warning, and she's posting it everywhere she can, but she doesn't call her mother. So now I'm online and I see this and I'm like, what? And she puts her phone on like nighttime mode, like bedtime mode, because I guess she's like 80. So nobody's picking up their phones. And I'm like, hello, she's saying there's a tornado and she's worried. So finally, I called her via Facebook Messenger. Like,
Oh no, you didn't.
yes. And she answered. She's like, what's wrong with you? I go, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? This is your mother, and you're acting like you're going to be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And this is the only way I could get through to you. Like, why are you putting your phones on bedtime mode? Hmm. Thank goodness it passed over them, so it didn't hit them. They were prepared to go to their neighbor's basement if need be. But
So
yeah.
funny.
And she's like, oh my God, you're just crazy. You just worry too much. Like, I worry too much. You're friggin' posting it everywhere. But I worry. I'm your mother. You're always gonna. Unfortunately, when you have kids and your mother, you're always gonna worry. Well, if you're a good mother, you're always gonna worry about them. You know. So, but yeah. So, but I wouldn't look at somebody that did kids and be like, oh
Yeah,
my
I don't
goodness.
know. You, Mom, and I always ask you, but
Right.
it was so weird. I'm like, I don't understand. And then, you know what ended up happening, right? I ended up thinking about who was the singer that you said that was like, I'm never gonna fall in love again, because I don't want to deal.
Oh, Sean Penn it was.
Oh, Sean Penn, that's what it was. I started thinking about that. And I'm like, you know what? Now I understand because it is painful, and then maybe if you have kids, maybe that's why you feel like that. I don't know. I have to ask Donna Marie.
No, the whole love thing, I definitely think, you should fall in love and you should have somebody. I mean, if you have no kids and you don't have like a partner, then, I think I'd feel like sad for that person. But if you're older, I'm saying if you're like 70, say, and you never had kids and you never had like a love interest, you know what I'm saying? Then I
Right.
think I'd feel like sad for you, like, oh, sad, like you missed out type of thing. But I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like scandalous.
I can understand where Sean Penn, because I think there was a good 8 years where I was like, no, I'm done because I don't want to feel that pain anymore.
Right,
Like that's the worst pain, and I can definitely relate with him.
right.
But also you kind of get over it, and then I don't know. I guess I'm different though because I don't feel like I need to be in a relationship. But is that also because I've been single for so long?
Could be.
Austin Butler.
No, it could be. I mean, and I took it the other way. I mean, when I went through my breakup and heartache, I took it the other way, like I'll never ever let myself be hurt like that ever again. So go do your best. Like I'm not going to be devastated.
Okay. When
No.
you were ready, after it happened, what was the time frame where you felt like you were like, no, I'm not going to let this dominate me. I'm going to be in a relationship. I'm ready to like find love in my happy place.
Um, it was only like 8 months.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a good 8 months. I mean, I did feel sorry for myself and was crying and all that, but it was 8 months because I was too young. Like I'm too young to sit here and woe is me, what's wrong with me? Why didn't he love me? Why'd he leave me?
Okay.
I was tired of feeling sorry for myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put myself out there.
Okay.
So but I won't allow myself to ever get that hurt again. So it could be a bad thing too. You know what I'm saying? Because the person, you know what I'm saying? So you'd be like, all right, see ya, bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that devastated.
See, I think the only problem that I had when after my issue, well, I don't want to say it was my issue because I didn't cheat. They chose to cheat. But after that whole thing, and I know we're going over a little bit, just I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. Was that when I did jump into another relationship, there was trust issues. So that relationship was doomed from the start.
Right. Well, I think you're always going to have, unfortunately, there is always going to be a little bit of, your past relationship coming into your new relationship. You can't just learn to trust again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're always going to have that little bit of doubt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're always going to have that until that person proves themselves to you.
Right.
And you realize, wow, this person is trustworthy and I can trust them. They are never going to hurt me, type of thing. But that trust has to build up. So in the beginning of the relationship, yes, it's going to be like that until you build up that trust and
what I want. So I feel like I'm ready now to be like in a relationship.
Right. Okay.
Because it's like now, maybe that's also with growth and getting older. I don't
Could
know.
be.
That you just don't want to deal with certain things, and you're just like, no, this is what I want. It's black and white, and this is what we're gonna keep, focusing on. So
Right.
I think I'm at that point in my life. So
right. I mean, even if you didn't have like a relationship, even if you just had somebody that you went out with and had fun with, it doesn't have to be like a serious, committed type
but
thing.
that's the tricky part too, because not every guy is in that mind state. They always will be like, if I smooth it over, it's like
Mhm.
eventually she'll get there. And it's like with me, I'm just like, no, I'm trying to like explain to you from day one, this is never gonna happen. This is where I'm friend zoning you, and that's
Mhm.
it. We can be cool, we can go outside, but unfortunately, guys they just want to not understand that part.
Yeah, but I don't mean about even being in the friend zone. You could have a relationship, but not, live together like that. I mean,
Oh, I must
yeah, like not a friend zone type thing. Like be in a
oh, friend
relationship,
zone.
care about somebody, but if you don't want to, marriage isn't in your cards or anything, then, that's how you go into it. Like, yes, I care about you, but I never want to get married. And some people are fine with that, you know? So,
All
all
right,
right.
guys,
All right.
this is it. We're
Have a
wrapping
good
up.
week,
Have a
guys.
great week.
All right. Bye.